My name is Harold Fisher, and I'm a local angler in London, Croydon. My business, which my grandfather started, has been here from the very beginning. I wake up early every day and I head down to the coast to catch the day's fish. My crew and I head over to the rough waters to fish a variety of seafood, even Croydon's favorite, cod. Since doing this for a while, I have become accustomed to the seasonal fish patterns, which means I know which fish frequent the waters at different times. Due to this, my business thrives on the community's demands. I am one of the most reliable fishermen out there because I use traditional fishing methods that do not involve any chemical or harmful equipment. Fishing is one of the major ways I provide for my family. However, of late private companies have been sending boats to fish in bulk and dangerously with the wrong nets. This affects the local fishermen in Croydon as it reduces our sales and the fish's population depletes increasingly, which is known as overfishing. Once the government realizes this issue, they pass legislation concerning the amount of seafood allowed to be caught and when they could fish. Hopefully, this can benefit the marine population, local fishing communities, and their income.
Hello there, I'm James Fisher. Nice to meet you. I'm a chef at Fish and Chips, the famous seafood diner in Croydon. Being a chef in this diner has allowed me to combine my love of seafood with my culinary skills. For centuries, oceans have supplied various seafood and nutrients essential for survival. Every day I come across many seafood fanatics that love trying new dishes and varieties of fish. Many traditional and cultural dishes have been built from the diversity of marine species, contributing to most of the delicious and loved seafood dishes we know today. Sushi, dynamite shrimp, and crab cakes, to name a few. Different marine species have been targeted and depleted, affecting the global oceanic food web. If the diner can't provide the fish of the season, we lose out on profit, and salaries get cut, affecting many families and me. A proposed solution has been to raise the price of popular fish. That way, profits will increase and fishermen won't catch the same fish as frequently.
Hi, Linda here. I manage the productivity at Croydon's only hydroelectricity plant. Over here, we convert the movement of waves and tides into energy and further generate electricity, which is sent to the whole town of Croydon for consumption. Hydroelectricity is sustainable and renewable and perfect for Croydon, a coastal energy. The electricity is used for day-to-day essentials such as generating heat through heaters and powering appliances. Although a coastal region, Croydon has only been able to build one hydroelectricity plant, limiting the amount of renewable energy we can generate. This is because between 2015 and 2018, Croydon faced economic difficulties concerning the expenditure of the country's money. Although many believe another power plant would be resourceful, many retaliate, stating that the equipment disrupts the marine ecosystem. Therefore, now the government has only allowed one power plant that will work as efficiently as possible.
Good morning. My name is Lucas Fisher and I'm one of the salt miners down here in Croydon. Salt is one of the most essential and abundant minerals. As waves, tides and currents beat the rocks, salt is broken and dissolved into water. This salt then evaporates and collects into the shores. The salt in the oceans is the same salt you use for your french fries and popcorn. Salt is used to preserve food whether in the places where there are no refrigerators. Traditional and cultural methods often exist in towns and coastal regions to extract and obtain salt. My crew and I spend most of our day harboring salt. However, some countries use machinery and energy to get this mineral in bulk, affecting marine life and ecosystems. Since many people favor the organic methods of extracting salt, companies that use inefficient methods have been losing sales. This has benefited the local salt miners as our wages have increased.
Hi, my name is Olivia Fisher, and I work at an oil trading company as an operator. So, transportation through water bodies is the second fastest mode of transport, only compared to air transport. So many countries use the ocean to transport goods and other resources worldwide, and it is my job to ensure that the goods are ready to be shipped. Early civilizations, which arose from waterways, depended on watercraft for transportation, in which we still use today. However, transport by sea is entirely dependent on weather conditions. Shipping a pollutant like oil carries several risks. For example, oil spillage, which can pollute the water and affect the organisms in the area. Since the invention of double-hulled ships, my company has made it imperative to transport such goods securely to prevent disasters and possible consequences to marine life as well as the ecosystem. I am in favor of that.
Hey, my name is Emma Fisher, and as a college student, I can now volunteer to be a lifeguard at the local beach. The ocean provides us with different forms of recreations, such as fishing, diving, surfing, jet skiing, and cruising. The coast and beaches are the perfect destination for family day-outs and family get-togethers. The seaside has been a significant tourist attraction for decades and still attracts millions worldwide, boosting the country's economy and overall wealth. During my experience, I've witnessed severe ocean and beach pollution by careless families and passers-by. As a solution, I proposed to the beach management to start a campaign for a volunteer beach cleanup, where teens and young adults can gather to rid the beach of its litter. We've also put up signs regarding smoking and littering, as it affects the environment. Our next goal is to share these solutions with other beach departments around Croydon.
So basically, marine culture is a technique wherein you breed the fishes in a controlled environment, alright, where you feed them with the nutrition which is required, okay, and you make sure that they are taken care. But nowadays there is the reason why it is so important to breed them outside their natural environment is because nowadays there is exploitations of water happening all around, right? So because of this exploitation there is a bycatch, and then there are a lot of fishes which are being exploited or overfished. Okay, so if we have a plan wherein you remove certain fish which you require and you breed them, you take care of them, you make sure that when there is a breeding season they are not fished, okay, so that will give you a lot of produce, and also it will not hamper the normal population of the fishes in the main water.
Okay, so thank you. And any last words?
Last words about oceans and fisheries? Oceans and anything. I mean, we have to be very mindful. We all like fish, but again, as I said, that it's not in our control, but every small initiative and effort counts. So if you can just spread the word to the rest of the people, it would be great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Miss, what can you do as a citizen of the world to help this problem of overfishing?
I think that we all need to run environmentally friendly initiatives. We need all to think about the environment. We have to stop using, plastic bags. We need to use reusables, and we have to have these habits as part of our behavior, not just an environmentally friendly initiatives. We need to teach our kids that it's mandatory to live this lifestyle, and stop using all these plastics and the maybe paper cups and that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Miss, have you ever considered going vegan?
Yes, I have in the past, yes, but I don't think I've ever mustered up the courage to do that.
Miss, why do you think it's so hard to leave certain meats and all that behind?
I think because it has been coming to us from a long time and from generations and generations. It's a tough choice to make.
Yes,
it's difficult to leave chicken and mutton
yes.
Since you've been eating it from your childhood. It's in your culture, it's in your tradition. So I think the choice is a very tough one. But yes, I have considered going vegan many times. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss.
Yeah.
What is the impact of overfishing on the population?
Okay, right. In my opinion, fishing is okay. We can do the fishing, but it's about the category of the fishing, because you can go ahead with the big fishes, okay, instead of getting the small fishes. So that can, if you're going ahead with the small fishes, you're fishing them, that can lead to a problem in the population in the fishes. But you can have the big fishes where there's a big possibility that even they will reproduce also. You can, the reproduction is a big number, they will reproduce, but if you're going with the small ones, that can have an impact. That's my opinion on that, but that's fine. But overfishing, definitely it can lead to the population of the fishes. Thank you
sir.
How does a marine life affect us?
Okay, a marine life affects you when sometimes we eat fish, and many people do that. So if we pollute the seas and everything, then we won't be able to eat. So our food supply will kind of reduce and everything. So yeah, that's my answer.
Another fact is the aquaponics, which is where we have fish and plants. We use the fish's waste to fertilize the crops and all. That is a very nice way of farming, and so if we have less fish, we'll have less crops in the end.
How can humans contribute to protecting marine life?
Good morning, Ariana. So I think marine life is very important for every one of us, and especially the ecosystem, to balance it. And humans can do a major contribution for in terms of not throwing the trash into the water, into the oceans, which will eventually go and clog it. And I think so we can come up with different projects where we can clean up the oceans. We can have oil free, where we are delivering the oil, and the ships cargoes, they can be maintained, they can be double hulled tankers, and many other ways. Thank you, miss.
As students
and citizens
In the
21st century,
we can
confirm the
severity of
The situation
concerning marine
life and
ecosystem has
drastically increased.
it is
time we
take action
because we
are changing
lives by
changing seas.